Here's the state of play for Elite Dangerous going into October. The upcoming months will feature some new content, which includes a brand new SRV, fleet carrier interiors, 4-player multi-crew, emotes, Megaship Interiors, and a few other things besides. Now, Odyssey is still in need of many fixes, and Frontier have stated that updates will continue to address these issues. So, the big ticket item here for most people will probably be the new SRV. Unfortunately, there's no images or video at this for the moment. It also doesn't even have a release date just yet, although I would speculate that the SRV will be coming in Update 9, and simply due to the fact that Frontier have so far never announced anything further than 2 updates ahead. The new SRV then will be a twin-seat vehicle. It seems very likely this means a second player will be able to control a turret or perhaps another type of weapon. It has been confirmed that the SRV will be a combat SRV and that it will have some meat to it. Now, fleet carrier interiors are also on the way, and I'm curious to see how Frontier are going to handle this one. Station interiors, of course, are fixed in their layout. All larger space stations, for example, have the exact same layout for their interior and vary only with visual style. Fleet carriers, however, are modular in nature. Players are free to add and remove modules depending on which facilities they want on board. Will this then have an effect on the layout of carrier interiors? And further, will it perhaps be possible for players to customize the interior of the carriers, featuring different services depending on which they want and which they don't want? Currently, all unanswered questions, but time will tell, I guess. Another thing that some players will no doubt want to know is whether or not the hyperspace jump will be visible from inside the carrier. Currently, when on board the carrier in your ship, if you're docked, you basically go down inside the hangar and the exterior cannot be seen, which means you completely miss the jump process. So a nice improvement over this would be the ability to have windows inside the carriers, allowing players to see what's going on during that hyperspace jump. Let's see where this goes. So that's content for further into the future, and also I may add there some new mission types or further improvements to missions will be coming along there as well. Now, the upcoming Update 8, meanwhile, which is coming much sooner, will have some other content. This will include Megaship Interiors, and there's a short glimpse of this in the new Update 8 trailer. The layout of the interior appears to be different to current stations, which is good news. Frontier also confirmed that not all megaships will have the same services on board. Now, 4-player multi-crew was confirmed a while ago. This will be coming in Update 8. It won't be available for all ships, but there is a list on screen right now of the ships that will be getting the extra seat. We'll know that multi-crew does suffer from issues, so how this handles is going to be very interesting to say the least. 4 new Odyssey engineers will be added to Colonia with Update 8. There's not much else to say on that particular aspect, but something players from Colonia will no doubt find useful. Update 8 will also be adding 8 emotes. These are for the player avatars. Emotes are context sensitive and can be directed towards specific players, so something that many MMOs have, but something which so far Odyssey has been missing. In terms of the fixing things, lighting and anti-aliasing improvements will be a part of Update 8. Additionally, some nav mesh fixes should stop some of the stuttering that players have been experiencing. Overall, in terms of SPF FPS improvements, frame rate performance improvements, Frontier have confirmed that Updates 8 and Updates 9 will be iterative in terms of this, so fixing a few things and giving some gradual improvement as time goes on. Frontier have also briefly touched on the console release of Odyssey, again reiterating that console development for Odyssey is still on hold. Without a doubt, this is news that is a continued source of frustration for console players. Frontier insists that Odyssey requires continued improvements on the PC and that all these improvements will carry over to the console build eventually. They haven't really explained specifically what the problem is with console development. Obvious speculation, and this is speculation, but that would be Odyssey simply doesn't run well on consoles at all. And keep in mind that even top-end PCs with the latest hardware often struggle with Odyssey, so it makes a lot of sense to speculate that consoles also have some big issues here. Ultimately, that is likely that we'll never get an answer to all of this. Hopefully though, Frontier start giving more information on when we can expect console news at some point in the not too distant future. Oh, and yes, one other thing I should mention here is that Update 8 would also feature what Frontier are calling mission additions and improvements. This is exactly what they say here. Missions in Odyssey will receive additional features in Update 8. These include hostile agents attempting to intercept you while en route, contacts you can meet at settlements, and NPCs attempting to use shuttles to flee to hyperspace. So there we have it, that's the information from the latest developer update on the forums. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.